Ouch.
Well, it's just not working today, so I'm not gonna mess around. Like, good morning, everybody. How's it going?
Morning. I was wondering what's going on. I'm like, what the heck? I was just like, I'm trying to point to my ears to see if you can see me down in the green room and stuff.
That great computer gremlins this morning. I can hear the intro coming over here. I can hear the intro coming over there. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Live streams are always interesting. Ugh.
Gremlins.
I do get some positive news out of Florida, though. That just hit my phone. 9 o'clock this morning.
So we got Jess is in the house. We got Gardner Josh in the house. Caribbean House is in the house. Emily's in the house. Shawnee's in the house. Ane's in the house. Hoot Holler is in the house. Harvey Black is in the house. Susan Peters is in the house. Welcome. Monty's in the house. And then Cadwin's in the house. D14's in the house. Lady T's here. Good to see Arc Wild Man is here. Good to see everybody. Everybody's piling in, Gray.
Roger that. Should we address the what do they call it? The rabbit in the room or whatever?
The rabbit in the room?
The thing I guess everybody's talking about earlier about what's going on in the live streams last night. I have a way around it. People aren't going to like what I have to say the way around it, though.
Don't give them credit, but yeah, we can address it because what'll happen is they're just that's what they're looking for. So we want to take that down.
No, what I was going to tell folks is if I have to, in tonight's live stream, I will swap. I can go into my settings while the live stream is going on and do a member-only chat. And that will make it only so members can only chat. And they won't be able to be in my those folks that have been hitting everybody, they will not be able to chat because they're not members.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Because if it's members only members on your channel will be able to chat. You can switch that in your YouTube settings on your stream, even midstream while you're doing it. And that would make it so only members are allowed to chat. I don't know how that works with mods though, but I know it restricts it to only member-only chat. I'd recommend doing.
Lady T, hope you start to feel better. She says she's sick as a dog for the second time in a month.
Yeah, we do hope you feel better.
D14 is saying he's recommended you doing that.
I know it's just there's so many. I don't know what to do just yet. I guess we'll play it by ear. There's a lot of things that we can do in regards to that, but that would be the ultimate thing because. But it's if there's 1,000 people in there, I know I only have about 44 members or 42 members, somewhere in the 40 members. I don't want to upset everyone, but to protect my guests, I would do that. Just saying.
Yeah, I hope it all goes well. I'll be at work.
Harvey says no funded demo trolls, but we'll see how it goes. I haven't had any issues. I noticed they've been doing it more on the late nights, so it might be something I have to do with on the late night with Gray kind of thing, if that goes down on my channel or not. I do have a few things set up to. I've been screen recording stuff.
So the other thing too, the little hint is do not do live now in your tags, because what I watched is that's how they surf the live now. Ginger Ninja, good to see you. I want to thank everybody for coming and everybody that was concerned about Saturday. D14, thank you so much for the super chat. For everybody that thought I died and went to heaven, I'm still here.
Oh man, yeah, people were really concerned about you, Mark. They were hitting me up and in chat and on the phone.
Hey, Blake, good to see you. Yeah, there's some people in here that remember. Blake remembers a couple of my old friends. I could eat those hot peppers like they're nothing, and nothing would happen. Yes, they're hot as far as your mouth and stuff like that, but I never had a reaction to it. It so happened last Saturday, I had a reaction, and I guess the 12th is the final number. It was the final time my stomach said I had enough. So, needless to say, I spent a Saturday night in excruciating pain, and I was not doing well. But we are here now, and we're kicking. But thanks everybody for seeing if I'm okay. The bad thing is the camera that I was shooting with was my cell phone. So when that was up by the pressure canner, all my phone calls and messages weren't coming in. So it was kind of a bad situation.
Yeah, I called, left a message after people got really worried.
Yeah, that's Prepper Chick. Good to see you. It was hooked up to the the pressure canner in there. The good news is that if you 45 minutes or so before, I think I even did that, timer went off on the canner, and I shut the canner off, and I was waiting for the little nipple to go down. So the canner was off.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lady T. It was. I finally have hit my limit with peppers. I guess I'm having allergic reactions to them now. So.
I don't want to get all religious on folks, but something positive happened in Florida that I haven't seen happen in schools in a long time.
What's that?
So, Governor DeSantis has been pushing the envelope on everything in regards to, passing legislation for everything. Well, Governor DeSantis just signed a bill requiring a moment of prayer in school.
Cool. Harvey Black has a sense of humor. Look at that.
That's hilarious.
Guys are hilarious.
Oh man. It almost feels like Christmas with the cat running around.
What?
Said it feels like Christmas with the cat running around.
Oh, you can hear Marley with his jingle bells?
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we're going to hop into some of the stuff now. We should have, guys, please don't forget, hit the thumbs up. We got 27 in here. We got 11 thumbs up. Please hit that thumbs up. Help shares us out and lets us know that you like what you're seeing, like what you're hearing, everything else like that. Helps with the YouTube analytics. Number one, don't forget tonight we have my partner over there, that guy. He is going to be live with a certain guest. I'll let you talk about that, Gray. I go kick Marley out of the room.
Roger that. A lot of you folks probably know I've already posted the thumbnail. I've been talking about it all week, but I am having Dr. Arthur T. Bradley on my show this evening at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. He is one of the nation's leaders, experts in coronal mass ejections and EMPs. He's an Army veteran. He's a NASA, he works for NASA over at Langley in Virginia. Very well-educated man. And come to find out, he has done some stuff on YouTube before. He has his own channel. He's done stuff with the Canadian Prepper before and so on and so forth. So he's used to this whole ball game of things. And when I talked to him on the phone, I told him what I wanted to talk about, and he said he was going to try to answer as many questions as possible. And I said, are we going to be restricted on time? He said, I'm there till the questions are answered. So he's willing to go however long it goes. That being said, I can't promise I'm going to be able to answer every single question, depending how many people are in chat. It might be flying by. I did put a 20-second delay, which is the longest delay I've ever put on one of my live streams. But we'll see what happens. Maybe only 20 people show up for all I know. Or if not, it could be hundreds. Who knows?
Could be thousands.
That would be insane. I wouldn't know what to do with myself, Mark, because I've never had to control that many people. Hopefully, and Emily, if you're going to be there, I was going to rent you as well. In there, I have Jarvis, Harvey. Who else do I got in there? Monty, Gardner, Josh. I should have a slew of mods in there, so we should hopefully be able to have everything under control. Jess is also one of my mods as well, so we should have a good people. Everything is under control. If I miss any important questions, usually the mods will bring it to my attention. We'll see what happens. Is Homestead off in chat?
Homestead Haas?
I don't know. I saw Harvey say something about Homestead Oss. So I'm looking to see because I haven't seen them in a while. I was wondering if they were okay. Oh, Homestead Oss. Oh, he's just saying Homestead Oss is one of my chat.
Guys, I just put a link into that for Keto Homestead today after our stream, right at noon, which is in 2 hours from now. She will be going live, so we'll be cutting her off. Be Charming, good to see you. We'll be cutting off at that time for Jess's live stream. So there is her link. Jess, if you want to drop your link to your actual video of your live stream in here, that'd be great so people can have that and have that already loaded up.
Yeah, as soon as we end this live stream, I got to run to the mailbox. I'm going to scream at the United States Postal Service and send a second package to Rudy Red Alaska Prepper.
Why would you do that if you know that it didn't work? Go through the UPS or FedEx or something.
I am. FedEx will deliver to put PO boxes. That's the main problem is the PO box. But we all use that as a layer of protection. So I'm going to see what I can pull off. But FedEx still hands it off to the post office, then hands it to the United States Postal Service. So anyways, I'm going to try to resolve this because it's driving me nuts. Oh yeah, JT is a mod too. Yeah, I have a lot of mods. Sorry. And Jan Penland, another one of Rudy's mods, is one of my mods as well now.
So they've
been vetted.
Be Charming, you're worried too. Thank you so much for what happened, guys, is that as I was walking towards the canner because the nipple did drop down and I was going to take the lid off, it hit. And it felt like somebody's hands are inside my guts and they were twisting and just going like this. And I keeled over right there on the spot. I had an allergic reaction, is my guess, to what was going on because I have done that many times before. People that were in here in my past live streams have seen me eat those peppers many times. So I didn't think it was going to be a big deal. Well, it finally, enough was enough, I guess. So by the time 4 o'clock rolled around, it was finally over with. And the following day, I still had some bad gut issues and bad pains, not as far as the other end, but I mean just physical pain in my gut. But so that was what the whole story was. I think I would have rather, somebody said to me, I think Emily said to me that one time, asked me if it was like passing a kidney stone, and I said it was worse because I've already done that.
Hey, since B Charming's in chat, I need to ask B Charming a question. Because I can't, I thought it was Zane, and Zane told me it wasn't her. So I'm trying to find out. 2 or 3 weeks back, I did a pop-up giveaway, and someone sent me an email that I can't find. It says donate my gift card to charity, and I'm trying to see if it was B Charming, because if it was, I wanted to address that really quick.
Hey Grant, good to see you guys. In the chat is another really good live streamer and creator, Grant McIntosh, guys. He's in the chat now. Another longtime friend and creator. Good to see you, buddy. Mitz is in the house, lady.
Okay, so it was B Charming. So B Charming, what I want to do with that, I talked to a few folks, and I was just gonna, because I want to match you. I want to match the $25, so I'm gonna make it $50, and I was gonna give the money to a food bank, but instead everybody told me I should just buy food with it. So I want to buy $50 worth of food and give it to the food bank, and I just wanted to make sure that was okay with you.
Yeah, Emily, my gut had enough. Yep. Thor, good to see you.
Until the boss gets back. That's great.
See, guys, that's the other thing too. Is no, this is how I've been sharing on my social media networks, and that's how Grant and a lot of these people are coming in and seeing that. It's just another way for you to let people know that you're live, because YouTube don't. I love beating on YouTube. Why does that? I don't know. They screw us over. So one of the things I want to talk about, guys, is I read a comment the other day. Now, Gray is going to get a little bit madder than the rest of us, but this problem is getting out of control, and it's just not us and about the YouTube with their numbers. And a link. All right. So YouTube is having issues across the board, and I found this last night on my Twitter, and I was shocked. So I'm not going to read the colorful language that's in this because it's on Twitter, but it says, I just lost over 3,000 followers since Saturday. Anybody else getting purged again? Almost 3,500 on January 20th, then 2,100 overnight. Now up to 2,500 again, and that blank is happening. Only reason I give is blank, blank, blank. Well, I think that YouTube really doesn't blank, blank me. So another one of the big channels, but if you guys understand, they got purged with over 3,000 subscribers in one day.
Wow.
They lost over 3,000 subscribers in one day. So
I know Andy reached out to me from his channel over at Prepper Now and explained to me what was going over there on his channel as well.
So that goes to show you that it does happen. You guys, we have to keep constant, be diligent to who you're subscribed to, who you're watching. Make sure that bell's hit. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up because that does show that it's legit. And then it's a little bit harder for YouTube. If you guys mods, if you guys see something funky in the chat and you're modding for one of us, please take a screenshot, because then we can use that in the chat we can use that to support our claim. Okay, so if you guys tonight, especially with our Grays stuff, for the mods that are in here now, have your cell phone ready so you can do a snapshot of that chat. It's really strange too is they're also taking super chats. I got another one in here that was talking about it last night that they lost. They were losing their revenue.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
Good to see you, Bella. How are you?
Hoot. I don't know who he's talking about, Hoot, to be honest with you.
Who are you talking about?
Hoot Owl said, I take it that was Angry Prepper.
Oh, the guy that I was talking about?
Yeah.
No, that was it's called Jack the Pirate. He's on YouTube, I think. He just has very colorful language that I ain't gonna say on here.
Hello, everyone. What's up, Stars Prepper? Mark and Gray, you should video the live streams. What do you mean, Harvey? Like screen record it? Because if that's what you're asking, I've been doing that as of lately.
Stars.
And a lot of folks don't know on StreamYard, when you're finished doing a stream, you can download that stream to your PC. I don't know if some folks know that in chat.
Yep. Yeah, Bella, I wouldn't say I'm good, but I'm back and live and kicking.
And Grant, you are correct. You're right on the money with that. That's how I know that guy that was talking crap about all the YouTube or all the prepper and homesteader channels was wrong, because he said like 50, 60%. I'm like, no, I've done the math. It's about 30% on the money, on the dot. And that's per, he says he knows YouTube's terms of service really, really well. Evidently he does not.
I'm sure he doesn't do half of the research and the time and stuff and analytics that me and you do. So yeah. I highly doubt it. But it is crazy, and that's the funny thing about this whole thing is that I think they're just the reason they do that, guys, is that if from my calculations and what I figured out is if there's a line, there's a gray line on your analytics, and if you hit that line all the way through the first 24 hours or 48 hours and you hit that mark, supposedly YouTube is going to push you out. Okay. Well, if you drop anywhere in there, let's say in the first 24 hours. So if you have a live stream like Gray had the other night and you got 100+ people in there, well, that's going to push you over that edge. So if YouTube throttles you back for the first 24 hours, it doesn't give you your views. Guess what? You don't hit your mark. That's now, like I said, that's just my opinion. I don't know if that's actually happening or not, but it's plausible. So I don't know. I think it's a bunch of malarkey what they're doing. I think it's not fair across the board like it should be, but that's how YouTube is. Okay, so now we're going to get into the sketchy subjects here.
I was waiting for that to come through.
Huh?
So I was waiting for you to start going that direction.
All right, guys. So you're going to take this in your own consideration. This was on the top of the news feed this morning. There's a huge article on this, but I thought it was really important as far as what we're talking about. So former CDC Director Redfield explains why he believes that the poke emerged from a lab. And then the bottom comment that I thought was very interesting, it says, and it does suggest that there's an alternative hypothesis that this went from a bat virus, got into a laboratory, where the laboratory, it was taught, educated, evolved, so it became a poke that could effectively transmit to human. Interesting, huh? Very interesting.
Yeah, to say the least.
Yeah, Grant, that's the thing is that I know that I shut off for about 6 months. And what Grant's talking about is him, um, all these used to guys, they used to do what me and Gray, and they would transfer from, hey, Joe, good to see you. They would transfer to each other when they're doing live streams. So one would finish, the other one start up, and blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And YouTube, like he said, used to shout all those guys out. And it has changed massively how it used to be from where it was in the past till now is like a 360 or a 180. It's totally different. Howie's in here? Yes, he is. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're feeling well. Glad you're in here.
Food forest permaculture.
Yep.
The Joe info. Julie Cleary. I've been seeing folks roll in.
And the other thing that we're gonna was so Gray's got a lot of questions that from me tonight that you'll because I was asking him questions yesterday for his guest. So you guys should hear a very well-rounded live stream tonight.
Yeah, I've been trying to write most of the stuff down because I want to touch on the Carrington event. I want to touch on the pole shifts. Man, I got
Good to see you.
all kinds of things that I want to be discussing. Where was it at? I have I want to talk about the EMP commission that the U.S. put together a while back. I want to talk about the EMP shield, and they call it the MIL STD 461 testing. There's all kinds of stuff that I have got going on and what I want to touch.
So I think what we need to do is I'm going to discuss and touch on what is going on in the prepper community, and not so much. I haven't seen it. I've seen a few in the homesteading community, and I heard, but there are people out there that are trying to ruin the fun and the education. All right. So guys, be diligent in what you're doing. Be diligent in the chat. If you see somebody that you do not recognize that has came in as new, vet them. Make sure that they're legit. And please, 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 if you don't know the person personally and you're doing a live stream, do not bring in somebody that you don't know on that panel. And the only way that you should bring somebody on the panel is if you or one of your guests that you know personally, they know that person, because these guys are going to ruin your day, and they're in the process of trying to shut down your channels. So be careful what you guys are doing out there. From me, Grant, if you're still in here, Grant knows back in the day it was called swatting. It happened to him. I've seen it many times live. This is a little bit different. But I'm guessing it's got to be the same clan.
What's up, Muzzle?
Muzzle Flash, good to see you.
Yeah, it seems like we're being attacked on all fronts on YouTube, from YouTube itself in regards to what they're, messing with the channels. This group that keeps on popping in people's chats, other channels that consider themselves a preparedness channel, attacking us as well. It's just like it seems like they really don't want to get this education out there, these messages out there.
So Grant still is in here. He was actually live. I was on his live stream that night when he got swatted, and he's got the video to prove what happened. Now, can you guys imagine as you're doing live and you're sitting on your kitchen table and SWAT pulls up to your house? That's what happened to that man. And he's in the chat. You can go and check that video out on his channel. It's crazy. And we were trying to get and bite it in the butt back then, and it seemed like it kind of went away and disappeared after a bunch of us decided to start fighting it. But I know a couple people that got hit a couple times.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Edit Prepper Nurse 1 got hit before he got swatted.
Hey, Grant, didn't Gil Skills get it like a few times? If I remember right, I thought Gil got it a few times. Kingpin Harvey Black. Where is he?
You know, you got to have, if we want to kind of dive in, you got to have layers of security to protect yourself on YouTube. You know, you have your close friends, and you know, you have a lot. Some people have, 100,000 subscribers. You don't know exactly who all these people are. It's impossible to know. So, I suggest when people create YouTube channels is to make everything separate from your personal life. Your email that connects to it, your accounts that connects to it, your payments that connects to it. Anything that connects to YouTube itself should be totally away from your personal information.
Which is really, so Food Forest, report them to the FBI. Food Forest, we tried so many things back then. As far as I actually communicated to my local law enforcement because it was getting so bad. And I told them and prepped them beforehand and said, listen, the bottom line is if somebody makes a fraudulent call and says something is going on, and what they were saying, I mean, Grant goes in great detail on his video of what actually happened. You get to see the footage, but they have to come and Gray will back this one up because he has friends at the police. They have to come and investigate. So we already made it the fact that if it would ever happen to me, that they were going to call a house. They still were going to bring people out here, but they were going to call prior to that. So I already had it set up with my local law enforcement. I already had it all set up. So if it ever did happen here, that they had a heads up what was going on. I showed them my YouTube channel. I actually showed them videos of what happened with Grant. I showed videos of what happened with Gil Skills and showed them what was going on. So that's how I had it set up. And it seemed like it just disappeared. I haven't seen that so much. But what's going on now is actually equivalent and can hurt your channel. It can shut down your channel. It's not fun. So the 911 call was creepy. Yeah, it was. And to listen to this guy, how long it took him to get the evidence. That was what the crazy part was.
Yeah, I'm scrolling through Grant's videos right now. Up there it goes, a year ago.
Yep. Can you imagine sitting at your kitchen table and having that go on?
I couldn't, man. That would be pretty scary. And luckily, you're like you said, I do have some really good higher ups in the sheriff department here locally.
Yeah.
That know me really, really, really well. Like we're beyond just like, hey, what's that? We're friends. We hang out.
But I mean, the call, if I remember right, or somebody was that they were gonna shoot their children and their wife and everything else, and that they were distressed, and and then you're sitting there doing a live stream and talking to your friends, and they blow through the door and they come in there with their guns drawn.
Yeah, I'm kind of watching it now. So we speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is the things that the guys that are, and David P. Good morning.
That's nuts. Sorry that I'm lost. I'm just scrolling through the video itself. That's crazy. It's good that he has that on there for reference ever.
Well, can you imagine how Grant and his family felt after that? You know,
Yeah, no, I can imagine. You know,
that's completely being violated and everything else. So I was really, even it didn't happen to me, and I was ticked. So I thought he held himself pretty good, considering the fact.
Lady Hammer says, "What are we talking about?"
Here's another one.
Well,
get many views. YouTube didn't want to push it. Well, that's understandable.
I think it's up to like 2,000 plus right now, Grant. 2,000 views or so.
So one thing on here, guys, if you come back and you become part of the thing, there's a lot of people that are blue. I have a different theory than what most people do. And until it gets out of hand, and then I'll go back to the normal way. But I like everybody to be looked at equally. So.
Yes, David P. Muzzle flash. That'd be Grant McIntosh. He's in chat right now.
Hey, Gray, you want to drop that link?
Yeah, let me go back over there and pull that for you guys as you keep them entertained.
Stars Prepper, you've been in here a few times too.
Stars is good people. Yeah, you can tell who's been in your channel quite some time because you see them a lot, you know, on the. Yep. And that's one thing to watch out for is to, you know, see how many people, you know, watch their comments, see who they are. You know, I do a lot of lurking in the community when I watch other people's videos because usually I don't chat too much on certain things because I don't want to take away from the video itself. So I'll watch the video, just like I was watching you guys canning. No one even knew I was in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish I didn't get as busy as I did and was able to. What's the word I'm looking for? Able to watch you eat that pepper. Whoops, I must have passed it. No, I didn't. I just had it. I know how to fix this. Yep, found it. That was the easiest way to look for it. And let's copy that. Go back over here to rolling.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I don't know, Harvey. I'll put the link as well, just in case. Let me click on Harvey's link to see if he got it. Yes, that's it, Harvey. You got it too. So we have it in there twice. So you guys should be able to find that link. I'm trying to back up here. Can't see because my light's in the way. But yes, that is the link to it. You know, what really sucks about that is I was looking up Grant's video. And if I can't see my screen over here, even young little kids. There's I'm reading here. He was a kid. I think he is. When did this happen? A year ago. He plays games on YouTube. He looks maybe, I don't know, 8 to 10 years old. Got swatted. That's how they just don't care. He's sitting there crying.
It's a serious thing, guys, and it's
yeah, that's not cool. That is not cool at all, man.
Interesting muzzle flash.
Well, I think they're in cahoots a lot at times, a muzzle across the board. You can't really talk about what happened in Germany. They'll get upset. You can't talk about a lot of different things without being censored. It's weird when you look at it because if you remember the origins of YouTube itself, YouTube was a platform. I think Mark, was it you that were talking about this? That YouTube, the original platform was for people to voice themselves. It was called you as in me or you, tube, to do stuff. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah, it is. It
Definitely
is
changed.
really. It really has changed. I mean, back in the day, Grant, like I said, Farmall Fanatic, a bunch of us. It used to be a platform to communicate, like what I did to show what we're doing, that kind of stuff, and help other people out, entertain people, and grow together as a community. You didn't have these niches, you did in the bigger side of things, but everybody was out there to help each other out. It was never a closed group, closed-minded thing where, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. It was more of a group together, not like it's separated now. You have your niches, and sometimes they will spew over into the other side or spill over. But it seemed back in the day, and Grant will probably say agree too, is that it was more of a community together as one. We were out there. I remember when Dave Pearson from Really Big Monkey, he had, I think it was over 100,000 views, and I had 40 subscribers came in when I was still doing bushcraft, and it just blew my mind. Somebody that big coming into my channel and befriending me like that. So it was a lot different. It seems like now it's a lot harder. A lot more people are staying within their niche. They're not expanding and going out and seeing other things. So yeah, see, Grant says definitely. It seems like it somehow it got really, really tight, and we're not seeing as much. I mean, back in the old days, we had a community tab where you can actually chat like Messenger right on YouTube. So you could go and share everything out, and you were able to see that.
Sorry about that, but just in case.
Yeah. So, guys, remember that is we really need to make sure that what we're doing is we're sharing everything out. I mean, Grant and those guys, or if you guys want to learn about fishing and hunting and just that kind of good thing, some good old boys, there's a good channel to go find out. But if we open this thing up more and we expand ourselves into that thing, that's how you're going to really get to people, meet new creators. Because guess what? Creators spend a lot of time and doing things, and they have worked through some of these bugs and some of these issues that we have. And we really have to understand that concept. And Grant can give you some advice on what he did and what he found that he was having problems with and how he worked through that. Same thing with me and Gray. We do a lot of stuff behind the scenes with analytics. We do a lot of stuff with tweaking with keywords, stuff like that. Those are the things that are going to help you and do things like that.
Yeah, and like I've told folks before, we are here to help, especially if you're a newer channel and you're trying to learn YouTube. We're here to answer questions. When I was on Charlie's live stream the other day, after we ended the live stream on his channel, I was showing him some things and he's been on YouTube for quite some time. He was extremely happy that I showed him some of these techniques that I use for the channel. So if you guys ever have questions, you can always email me. I've been thinking about what I'm going to do in regards to trying to streamline my email process. I have my current email that I use for everyone, but I'm going to make an email specifically for mods and an email specifically for members as well. I know it's more of a headache, but it's just going to be easier for me to discern certain things.
Take care, Joel. Good to see you again, buddy. All right, I'm gonna run and get some more coffee, Gray.
Oh, lucky you, huh?
Huh?
I said, lucky you.
Yeah, well, then you can go.
I couldn't find your email, Gray Man. Latina Prepper, it is in my current email for the channel is in the description below every single video I've ever created. And Harvey usually posts it in chat as well. So hopefully that is, yeah, coffee is a great idea. Well, I got to hold it down for Mark while he's getting coffee. So, but I don't know. I noticed I went on live with Danger and then 20 minutes of talking me through the stream. Yeah. Really, Zal? That's kind of cool. So you made an appearance, huh? Made an appearance. No problem, Latina Prepper. I try to make myself as accessible as possible. It's just, believe it or not, I've gotten extremely busy as the last couple of weeks. A lot of you folks do know that I have my full-time job, I have my part-time job, and then I also have YouTube, which takes up 5 days a week of my time, and it takes about anywhere from 4 to 8 hours to produce content. Outside of live streams are a little bit easier, because you're on for an hour or so. But I do intros and outros for live streams and thumbnails and stuff like that. So it takes a little bit of time to put it all together. Right, Gardner Josh? That's funny. That's interesting, Zah. That's pretty cool. One of these days, you'll have to jump on my panel when I'm on live on Thursdays. I know I have your email because I think you've emailed me before, haven't you?
Who's that?
Sane.
Oh.
Maybe I should do a members only panel and just have you members and we can all talk. I got 40 of you members. Alaska Prepper's a member, Angry Prepper's a member. Maybe I'll do a member only live stream and just have kick back and just have a little conversation with you folks.
Yeah, but you can only have 8 on a panel at a time.
I can have 10.
You can have 10?
Yeah.
How come you can have 10?
I don't know.
Maybe I can have 10 too then.
Yeah, probably.
I can. I guess I never tried it. I can go on Zoom and I can have 100.
Mona, yes. Mona, I will be live at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with the Dr. Arthur T. Bradley, Mona. So, yeah, I will be live at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, look, another members only promise from Gray. Right.
Wow, that had to be Josh.
It was Josh. It was Josh. Man, Josh, I wish I could. I know I got to do more things, man, but I appreciate your guys' support regardless. But it does. It's just trying to find the time to do certain things. And but I'm going to be, once I get the garden somewhat going, or it's going, but the revamp of it, I'm going to be doing some stuff out there because Lady Gray wants to join me on that. So that'll be a members only thing. So there's some things coming. There's some things coming down the pipe. Plus, when I this year at the end, towards when it gets cooler, I'll be doing a bug out camping thing with the family as well and myself. More of a primitive camping, and I'm going to do some special behind the scenes with that as well. So it's going to happen. It'll come together, Josh.
So Dr. Prepper's asking a random question. How do you pick a good watermelon?
I don't know, Mark. Well, you've never grown watermelons, right, Mark?
I can't, no.
Yeah, see, I'm growing them this year. And Lady Gray's has more of the information on that, but she's explained to me, when they get a certain size and they start to, get the certain hues. Oh, I know, Josh, you're good. So if I see you again, Dr. Prepper, here when they come to harvest time, I can give you more information on that. That helps. Yeah, the yellow, I don't think yellow would be the right time. I think there's supposed to be that more that rich green color, at least because I know there's a couple of baby bush melons. There's all different types of watermelon plants, believe it or not. In hours, muzzle flash, good question. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's 9 p.m. What time is it now? Oh, man, it's 11. It's almost 12 my time, so you get about 9 hours and 10 minutes, muzzle. My time. Even I'm a bit nervous.
I've never been nervous on a YouTube because you got to remember they're just human like we are.
True. Thorhaven, that's cool. I'd like to hear about that as well because you guys are more experienced than I am. Does Gardener Josh? Do you grow watermelons, Josh? Oh, David P has a good question.
Emily says 9 hours and 10 minutes. She's got it right down to the minute. What about the seconds, Emily?
Right. But David P says, if there were to be fallout, how would you go about filtering that, or does it come out with simple filters? He's talking about radiation. That's what I'm assuming when it comes to fallout.
Okay, so here's a question, or did you just answer that?
No, I just stated the question.
If there were to be a fallout, how would you filter that, or does it come out with simple filters? Info that would be good to know. So, depending on what the fallout is, there, David, if it would be from a nuke, your HEPA filters, all that stuff. It isn't. You're going to want to keep that off. If you guys didn't do what the scientists at Mount St. Helens they were talking about, if not Mount St. Helens, if Yellowstone would pop. Now you got to remember Yellowstone's a super volcano. So if it would pop, it would spread ash all the way from California to New York. Now they said if it gets up into the jet stream, it could even carry it farther, which would cause us to go into a nuclear winter. That kind of fallout and that kind of ash. If you guys remember when I just said not Yellowstone, but what's the one that popped in the 80s?
Oh,
when Mount St. Helens popped, it put a foot of ash down on the ground.
Okay, so you guys are, because I thought you guys were talking about nuclear radiation, because I know you can use stuff like carbon filtration, ion exchange water filtration, reverse osmosis, but you have to use those all in conjunction. And those are just suggested stuff. You know, there's no guarantee with it.
Well, look when Fukushima popped. Okay, they're still in California. They're still getting radiation coming from out of the water. So that's why my theory behind if there is a big boom, I'm going to go sit with a Mai Tai in my backyard and watch it come, because there's pretty much going to, as far as we know it as human existence, I think it would be pretty rough to be sitting around after the fact.
Susan Peters got a great answer for the watermelon thing. If you can see that.
Emily says, like the ball drop in New Year's Eve. Yeah, we're going to make a big ball for Gray's live stream.
Where is Susan at? Susan Peters says, to check a watermelon, I knock on it like I do a door. The more hollow it is, the more hollow it sounds, the better it is to eat.
Okay, so that makes the same thing like for cantaloupe then. All right.
Yeah.
David says, oops, I meant fallout, but good to know. Yeah, the fallout method, I'm telling you, it's that's why I was really I'm not one to go sit myself in a bunker, because when you come out, if you look at the research at Fukushima or any of these other things years and years and years later, I mean, they're still going in there with the meters and they can only be in there within minutes, and they have to get back out. And that's been gone for a long time. So look at the one, Chernobyl. There's another perfect example. The whole place is desolate, and they can only go in there for a certain amount of time, and then that's it. So the funny thing is with Chernobyl is the wildlife and the plant life is growing out of control. So there is some aspects to what happens, and I haven't looked at that for a while. What do you say, Lady T? Yeah, that old Lady Hammer. Okay, well, I went and watched Grant's video. That's awful. It is.
I can tell you exactly when to harvest a watermelon, Josh says. Ginger Ninja says, cantaloupe I test by smell, watermelon I test with a thump.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
No problem, David. I just figured I'd, put some of that information out there.
What'd you put out there?
Radiation. I put the carbon filtration, ion exchange, water softening, and reverse osmosis is the most effective against fallout from radiation to treat water. And that depends if most folks have it. Now, here in Florida, a lot of people do have reverse osmosis systems. They're not cheap.
That's because you guys use you got so many water treatment centers, right?
Yeah, I have a water treatment center probably, I don't know, maybe a quarter of a mile to a half a mile away from me.
Poop water.
That it is.
Yum yum.
And then I have a substation, power grid substation, not too far from here as well, about a mile or so. Because I right down the street from me is a firehouse, and they require power. When it comes to like power outages and hurricanes and stuff like that, the firehouses and police stations are primary on the grid. So if you're on the same grid as them, you'll get power faster.
Mitchell, been a while. Good to see you.
We're all waiting for you, Gardner Josh, to tell us how you figure out watermelons, man.
Hey, so you brought we got one thumbs down, guys. So I want to thank that person for his view. You brought him with you, Gray. You always do. It's always your fault.
Probably. I always get at least one or two or however many. I enjoy them because they're still showing interaction on the channel. They don't realize that they're helping the channel out.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, YouTube has promoted channels with thousands of thumbs downs versus thumbs up, and it still gets up in the YouTube algorithm just because it shows so much interaction. And then people get curious. Why does this video have so many thumbs down? I'm really curious now.
Ginger, yeah, faithful fans.
Yeah, faithful fans. Yeah, so it means that they must tune into every single video just so they can do the thumbs down.
You gotta like that, right?
Let me see. Josh says when the tendril next to the watermelon on the dies and turns brown, pick it. Wait 3 days and boom, perfect. Interesting, Josh.
All right, Gray. Well, Keto made a mistake in the time frame, so it's almost noon your time.
Is it?
So yeah, so we've been on for an hour. What guys, Harvey, Emily, all you guys, can you drop Keto's link, and we're going to end my stream, and we're going to do a rolling raid in Keto's live stream right now. So everybody, I want you to thank you so much for joining us today. Please remember, Gray will be on tonight. Don't forget that one. And I will be on Friday night at my normal time, 10:30. So I hope to see you guys there. And I hope that all 32 of you can now roll over and raid the crap out of Jess's live stream. That would be great. And
careful with that word.
What, raid?
Yeah.
Or crap?
No, raid. That's what they're using to do all the crazy stuff with.
Yeah, well, this is going to be a nice one.
Yeah, for sure.
So everybody, Harvey just dropped that link for Jess. That's great. You got anything else? Yeah, after party we're gonna go. Britton family or Britton Farms. Good to see you. We're just about to shut her down, and we're gonna jump over on Jess's live stream for Keto Homestead with Jess. So I start to see people going in there. I'll just drop it one more time. You guys, will see you over there. You guys all take care, and God bless. And thank you so much for watching us.